It's McAllister. Oh, it's close. It's a corner.
Well,
Reached it, De Gea.
De Gea just took a step to the right, Martin. I thought that McAllister maybe have just fooled him going into the far side of the goal. But it was a strong right hand, a strong top right hand from De Gea. Look at the step right, just a slight step right, but covers that side. It is the keeper's side to cover.
Wasn't it? The free
certainly
kick.
Good strike.
Yeah. Now Anthony's got to run a dunk. Toma got back. Ericsson on the scene. A lot of room here for Bruno Fernandes. Parried by Sanchez. That was a huge gap.
Good United move to give Fernandes the first shooting opportunity of the match for Manchester United. Well, this is certainly Manchester United's idea that when Martial just drops, it is for midfield players to get forward. Fernandes does that, opens up, winds the shot towards the far corner. Probably doesn't get the pace or dip that he would.
Lindelof's header. Nicely done by Bruno Fernandes. Ericsson going for the Hollywood pass. And it's found Marcus Rashford. Half-time closing and Manchester United closing in, and Ericsson found himself on the end of a move that he played a big part in.
And I think he just mishit it. What a sensational pass off the outside of his right boot to Marcus Rashford. Watch this, the touch, and that is superb. Rashford stays on side. He's then one-on-one with Gross. Pits out the supporting Ericsson, but that shot into the ground just allows Sanchez to clear right with his right boot.
If they do go short this time. Dunk coming around the back. Toma firing through a lot of bodies. Oh! It was Enciso's drive in the end that De Gea dealt with.
Oh, it's a fabulous strike from Enciso. Snapshot with that left foot. Casemiro headed off the line. I think it's Webster's header that's cleared by Casemiro. And Toma fires it in. And in the end, Enciso, instinctive strike. That might well just be staying under the crossbar. De Gea, good fingertip save.
And then Enciso got the better of a Spanish goalkeeper at Stamford Bridge last weekend, Kepa Arrizabalaga, who's taken over from David De Gea in the national team.
Well, that was a right foot thunderbolt, wasn't it, Martin? This was a left foot snapshot, which De Gea did well to keep out.
Webster going in again, and the back.
Chance, that's a big chance.
Annoyed Danny Welbeck, but he didn't convert it. He did score with a header at Chelsea.
And you see, he breaks off of the shoulder of Martial. That's a clear header. He'll be really disappointed he hasn't headed that down on target.
And he'll be doing it too. Here is Antony. Trying to whip it inside. That's his signature goal, isn't it? When he comes in on his left foot. Let's talk about inverted wingers. He's one.
Well, that is his favourite side. Fernandes does really well with a little pass into him. Then he goes on the overlap. He wants it cut back into his path, this Fernandes. But Antony's always going inside, looking for that left foot shot. Appreciates and acknowledges the run.
Here's McAllister. March. And it's a touch from De Gea. It's a throw-in.
And it was Estupiñán who was forward there. When that direct pass went forward, it's Estupiñán who tries to control it, but it pops out to McAllister, who feeds it wide to March. And this time he goes with a right foot cross. And again, it's an important touch from De Gea.
Casemiro, it's another well-delivered pass if there's a runner, and the runner is Bruno Fernandes. Antony closing in again, pushed away by Sanchez.
This was a Casemiro ball in behind Fernandes, who run. As soon as that ball went square, he took off, knew where Antony was. It wasn't the fiercest of shots, and Sanchez once again
He's had a couple of Casemiro, hasn't he? Here's March. Still going. And De Gea got it the first time He got it the second time as Pascal Gross tried to lead on the rebound. He could have been offside.
Well, SELAMAT coming off that right side, looking for the angle on his favoured left foot. Shapes to hit it the first time, moves it again, and tries to pull it back into that near post. The guy had to be smartly down through Fred's legs. That's a good left hand, and he doesn't push it out. He manages to claim it before Gross can knock it into the net.
Talk of a new contract for David De Gea, despite the errors that are always so public for a goalkeeper, particularly a Manchester United goalkeeper. But there is the suggestion that it will be on reduced terms. Casemiro, but it's the end of the 90 minutes. Craig Pawson had a busy time dealing with a lot of challenges in the efforts to get to the FA Cup final. De Gea made an excellent save from Enciso in particular. In March, later on, Brighton looked like they might have the freshness, and they can show that in extra time. But we reach it, and we go to 15 minutes each way, remember, at Brighton 0, Manchester United 0.
Bruno Fernandes, I think, will play slightly wider, but not on the touchline. Confident on the ball, will start their moves off.
And talking of confidence on the ball, here's Jadon Sancho. Darlow, Sancho. Feed it in. Good glance by Sabitzer. Webster. Caicedo's given it away. Rashford. Fred. Sancho. Rashford! Wonderful save by Sanchez. Wonderful save.
That is a sensational save, because I think it takes a deflection on the way through, Martin, as well. It's set brilliantly for Marcus Rashford to strike. Brighton overplaying Manchester United, and there's the set from Sancho, and the strike just clipping Webster's leg. Hits his left shin, bounces up. Great reaction from the keeper.
Didn't force a way through. Fred. Stopped by Caicedo. Breaks from March. Unda. Solly March. Still Solly March. And he got his shot off. Claiming that he was being fouled as he tried to maneuver himself into that shooting position.
It's good work from Fred in the end, because he stays really close to Solly March. Doesn't allow him to really get the ferocity in the shot. Yeah. He's now demonstrating with the referee.
Hobble's gone, I think. Rashford's running. Could this be the moment for Manchester United? Weghorst unmarked in the middle. Rashford wants it for himself, and this season it's a surprise when he misses.
Well, missing the target, yes, because all of a sudden Marcus Rashford is giving Veltman a really difficult time on the right side of Brighton's defence. Just that pace getting in behind him. The touch takes him a little wide, but then he comes back on his favoured right foot. And the only disappointment is he hasn't hit the target. We've seen it so often this season.
March getting to his shooting position. Matoma can weave it through. Still going Matoma. It's a foul on De Gea, I think. He's hammered into the side netting by Estupinian. We've got so close, so often.
It was quite brilliant from Brighton. The interchange, the takeovers, Matoma's run. Solly March, little takeover with Matoma, then he slides it. And Matoma follows his run and catches De Gea right at the end of it.
Is that any different to Matoma catching, who was it, who got his first yellow card, didn't they?
Estupinian.
Casemiro, was it, he caught?
Oh,
a bit late again.
Fraction heavy, but late with a challenge.
Yeah. It's not dissimilar. Matoma. Estupinian. It's good tracking by Fred. Wilson made his way into the box behind him. March. Still Solly March for Brighton. Corner.
He's trying to cut it back and he's deflected into the side netting. Did brilliantly to evade the attentions of Malacia. Gets to the byline. Fred can't make the challenges in the box. And there, Luke Shaw deflects it into the side netting.
Well, it's becoming quite a chilly evening, but De Zerbi wiping the sweat from his brow. The shootout starts now. And McAllister fires it home. Here goes Casemiro, and he scores. Gross has taken penalties for Brighton before, but not with a perfect record. But that's as good as it gets.
Absolutely, Martin. That is a superb strike.
Now a little shimmy to the side. And he went the right way, Robert Sanchez, and annoyed that he didn't get there, but it was hit hard enough and accurate enough by Dallo, and we're 2-2. And here dances on the line. And that's right in the corner again.
Brilliant accuracy.
It's almost as if he wants to put that to bed with a successful penalty here, and he's done that. Well played, Jadon Sancho.
Well done, young man. That is pressure of the highest order.
He looks nervous, Estupinian. Can he convert? The answer is yes. Shimmy, a stutter, and again the job done with a certain amount of style. He scores and celebrates with all those fans who adore him, and the pressure really on. The fifth penalty taker international with Austria, lots of European football. Just
got a hand to it, Sanchez, but couldn't keep it out.
Webster waits. Webster scores. 6 out of 6 for Brighton and Hove Albion. And Manchester United need him to convert here, and he does. Well, that's the perfect 12 penalties, 6 each. And here goes March. Oh, and he skied it. And Manchester United celebrate, but they've still got to convert. We've seen it before, one misses and then the other team does the same. It's Victor Lindelof. So Victor Lindelof to put Manchester United into the FA Cup final, already winners of the EFL Cup, and he's done it. It's a Manchester derby here in June. Brighton are distraught. The difference, one penalty kick. Clive Allen.
7 perfectly taken penalties, just one slightly missed kick from Solly March that has been the difference between these two sides in this FA Cup semi-final, that sets up a Manchester derby final.
There are people who say that these games go down as draws. It's ridiculous. The difference between winning and losing is never more emphasised than at a penalty shootout. These are the regulations for cup competitions, and someone has to miss. And the sad sight of Solly March. Erik ten Hag not getting carried away with his celebration. He knows how tight it was, Clive.
Yeah, it was a very, very close game. There were moments in the game where it just needed that little bit of quality and magic in the final third that neither side could really create. And it came down to the finest of margins.
After extra time, and a goalless 120 minutes, Manchester United through